There is no doubt that the number 3 is a very special number from both religious and spiritual perspectives. Throughout history, people have been guided by the number 3 to develop a deeper understanding of life. From spiritual and numerological perspectives, the number 3 usually symbolizes balance and harmony, although in numerology it is also the number of creativity. This number has also been mentioned many times in the Bible. The meaning of number 3 in the Bible. The number 3 is perhaps one of the most symbolic of all of the numbers in the Bible. It appears in the text 4, 6, 7 times. Many times, it has been used to place more importance on something by mentioning it 3 times. It is the number of completeness, much like the number 7, although 7 is mostly used to focus on the process of completing something, such as God creating the world in 7 days. On the other hand, 3 is usually used to talk about completeness in principle, such as the Trinity. In many places of the Bible, there is a mention of something 3 times. Something said by God 3 times in Matthew 26-4, it is said that Jesus prays in the Garden of Gethsemane a total of 3 times. In Samuel 3-8, the prophet Samuel is called by God a total of 3 times. When Jesus says to Peter the words, "Feed my sheep," as mentioned in John chapter 21 verses 15-17, he says them 3 times. The same word repeated thrice, many times in the Bible, such as Revelation chapter 8 verse 13, Jeremiah chapter 22 verse 29, and Isaiah chapter 6 verse 3, a word has been repeated 3 times. The rise of Jesus on the 3rd day, as mentioned in Corinthians 15-4, Jesus is said to have come back to life after 3 days had passed. The 3 patriarchs of Israel, in Matthew 22:32, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are mentioned as the 3 father figures of Israel. The 3 prayer times, interpretations of the verses such as Psalm chapter 55 verse 17 have led some experts to conclude that, in early Christianity, people may be praying 3 times a day. In religion, God guides us through the power of numbers. God is mentioned as someone who has existed in 3 time periods, the past, the present, and the future. During the end of times, the Bible mentions in Revelation chapter 16 verses 13-16 the 3 spirits that would battle with Jesus Christ by trying to turn the entire world against his return. Also, Revelation chapter 21 verse 13 mentions the New Jerusalem as having 3 gates on each of its 4 sides. It is said to have a square shape. Spiritual meaning of number 3. The number 3 holds a lot of importance in our life. Most importantly, it is the number of balance in our spiritual understanding of life. The number 3 is said to possess the qualities of 2 numbers, the confident number 1 and emotionally charged number 2, but with an additional side that balances the energies of both these numbers. These 3 sides of a triangle create a balanced approach to life that allows 3s to bring harmony wherever they go. In nature, we see the number 3 everywhere. There is a constant dance between the earth, the sun, and the moon. Within ourselves, we focus on the 3 dimensions of the human body, the mind, the body, and the soul. We have split time into 3 categories: the past, the present, and the future. In Scripture, we are guided by the Holy Trinity. Hence, it is through the power of 3 that we define our spiritual existence in the universe. Our material existence is also defined by the number 3. The process of creation goes through 3 stages of formation. First, it is created. Then, it grows into a structure. Then, it is destroyed. This is also the structure of human life. As we are born, we grow up, then we die. This is another reason that the number 3 symbolizes completeness. Numerology meaning of number 3. In numerology, the number 3 represents creative energy. It looks for freedom of expression in all things, and in case 3s are not able to find it, they can become depressed or dissatisfied with their life. Personality-wise, 3s are seen as very positive individuals, and so they are usually able to attract many friends who appreciate the easy-going nature of the 3. Numerology number 3 is also a very welcoming number and likes to play the host at parties. However, although they like to meet other people and socialize, sometimes they need to spend time with their own selves to recover their social energy. This is important for 3s as otherwise, they can become irritated with too much social interaction. The positivity of the number 3 makes it very important in times of change, as it allows people to see the bright side. In numerology, the number 3 is an active number, always looking for something new and fresh with a strong dislike for anything that remains in one place for too long. If there is any number more willing to accept change before anyone else, it is the number 3. The people with the influence of the number 3 on their life might be too much into themselves, which usually happens when they take self-love too far. Although self-love is a good quality and allows them to remain positive, striking a balance is key to remain humble. A balanced approach to self-love also allows them to have meaningful relationships with others. On the potentially negative side, 3s do not like responsibility, and if they are asked to discipline themselves to achieve a goal, there is a good chance they will lose motivation during the process. But this does not mean you are not able to complete any task. With a balanced approach, 3s can make time for both work and play, but they are truly happy if their work is not too dry and boring.